Me salon people una do at home and abroad. I tell una all I do. Me and yours truly, Mr. Tubo Kumexke. And I come to me fambulen today again, the 7th of July 2023, with we usual good governance program team up for Salon. Well, me famble them, this program here, we did one online. It come under the platform of TBS Online Radio. TBS Online Radio, now an online radio program where they come to with salon people at home and abroad of current issues and things and where they happen at salon, socio-economic and political things and where they happen at salon. For give updates to with salon people them. One good thing about this program, the presenters them, the reporters them, and the people them where they be in this program, they are credible to a point. They know they actually provide fake news to them people them. Now that make all of we news and where we they do, you go na YouTube, you go get them. You go na all of the social media online platforms them, you will get them. For make you be part of them with programs there with platforms there. No hesitate for contact we on the following number: +232 76173186. Where you contact we, you go tell we which of the platform you want to be part of. We get one of the most credible WhatsApp group. We YouTube channel. You go now with Facebook. All of them with programs there. You go get on now all of we platforms them. Well, my salon people them. Today, when at the 7th of July 2023, we get few programs and where we go and present to now. One again for do with President Bill in new cabinet, where we call them the People's Cabinet. We decide for label President Bill in new cabinet as the People's Cabinet. This cabinet where President Bill for form or they about for form, now the people in cabinet. But all of them things there you will get them from we publication today, wait till they can broadcast to now. We go also throw light on waiting the happen at the APC party. With a lot of kuskas. Much more pressure there on the people. Me salon people. Pressure there. And we don't see the pressure from the opposition to the government of the day. And from the opposition to the people. From the leadership of the opposition to even the politicians of the opposition. So there's a whole lot of pressure. Pressure every minute, every second. Waiting the happen at salon. And me fambulem, una keep tune. Una listen. We get a lot of good things for discuss with una today. As I say, today, we get full blind. We get full blind today. We get all things inside this blind. So me fambulem, una no hesitate to do ya. If you listen to this broadcast na YouTube, please not hesitate for click the subscribe button. No hesitate for also click the like button and be part of the supporters of this program. Now, one way that you can able support you click the like button or you subscribe. We could be very pleased with that. Not just listen and left them, but you get for like, you get for subscribe. Now the only way that, now one of the way that way you go able for support we. Alright? Or you can also decide for be part of the platform by calling +232 76173186 if you're out of Sierra Leone. Well, me salon people them. As I tell you now, too much pressure then as salon. So, before we start the program, una tight up una seat belt and listen to this music while so they can get onto now with the full dose of a program.
They mean to tell me say wait. Them can't ease off the pressure now for the people. But sure, too much pressure on the people that it's too much. Too Too much pressure on poor people that it's too much, Lord. Too much pressure on poor people that it's too much, Lord. Too much pressure on the people that it's too much. Hear this now. Children to go to school, it's a lot of pressure. Pressure, pressure. Supermarket to go, it's another pressure. Pressure, pressure. Monthly rent to pay, it's a pressure. Pressure, pressure. Government and people to deal with it's a pressure. But I tell you, man, too much pressure on the people. It's too much. I like that God, I hear me tell us too much pressure on the people. It's too much. Too much pressure on the people. It's too much. For too long. Too much pressure on the people. It's too much talk, yeah. Pressure drop. If you're going to buy a pants, that's a pressure. Pressure, pressure. Inside the store, they're selling it too dear. Have a girl, that's another pressure. Maybe miserable. Years of that, you just can't take it. Give me the man. Too much pressure on the people. It's too much. Too much pressure on the people.
Well, Miss Salon people, too much pressure on the people. Well, let we start. Well, me PA, they tell me, say, we need for start with issues that we get for do with APC, then we go end up with President Bio in cabinet. Well, first and foremost, me fumble them. The President Bio in cabinet, we go can talk on that as the second item. But first and foremost, we want to take a look at waiting the happen inside the APC party. Quick one. We'll not get much, but some important things in the where we actually get for talk about inside the APC party and around the APC party and with the APC supporters, members, and so on and so forth. We all don't listen to the music we play before we can start this program. Too much pressure. The reason why we start with the APC party, because we get plenty for talk today on President Bio in cabinet, in new cabinet. But now we'll go quick one and talk about the waiting the happen at the APC. Me fambulem, me na yours truly, Mr. Tuboku Mexke. A lot of revelations they happen, a lot of things then they happen inside the APC. I think in so many of my social media posting them, I don't they say we get serious problem as a nation, and the APC gets leadership problem. I know somebody can argue me. I get rights to my opinion. With waiting me to see, there is serious leadership problem inside the APC. I've been on the draw the attention of supporters, members, or few of the elders inside the party, and they pinpoint to them say the APC require reconciliation. Where I feel say it go beyond that. Reconciliation might be one, but again, for puts the leadership together. Because without leadership, without Shakespeare say when the head is off, the body has nothing to do. The APC really need leadership. It need a headway. Because if everybody not leader inside the APC, nobody not go listen to nobody. If people that want politicians, supporters, they not respect somebody where they expect tonight for be the big one, there is a problem somewhere. You they see supporters of the APC on social media and they curse the chairman, the newly elected chairman, then they curse the secretary general. No kind curse no they. Waiting give them people then they got for do that. And guess what? The vulnerable grassroots supporters are being put under pressure. When I listen to Joe Izzo, too much pressure on the people. Too much pressure on the people, mi fambulem. The supporters, the grassroots are under serious pressure. How? Now we let you know again after every 2-3 days, message come up from the diaspora of people that were calling themselves they are APC. Then they tell people they not for go out. And then people there when they tell not for go out, they are so many of them they are single parents and they're woman they when they go sell their marketing. They're not able to go out for go do their business. And I not ever remember say any political party right around the world not ever sit down and say una not go out or they go feed una or they go provide una money or they go give una this or they go give una that. Taking a look at Sierra Leone, the present economy, where they go on. They go just see somebody cut out, poop, a kind of social media. Anybody go out today with the cut your foot to the cut your head. Nobody not for go out. When I sit on our house. And this done the apple is so annoying to a point. Every week, they must send out a message where you get for do with sitting home. Then people that in the sit on at home, would I get for feed them? Would I get for take care of them? So there is so much pressure on the people, Nas alone. There is so much pressure on the people. Are you guys happy about it? Una we call on ourselves APC supporters. We're fond of doing that kind of thing. Are you happy about it? You happy with young people and they suffer? You happy with young supporters and they suffer? You hold the country to ransom? Are you happy about it? There is too much pressure on the people. Where me family? We don't get to understand, say again, we know say the Secretary General, where we don't talk on, the Secretary General we don't pull a press release. Say nobody will win this election. It be council or honorable mayor or chairman or they not for participate in this present government. We mean if you say now they no more they stop. But yesterday we get to understand, say again, there was a meeting at the party office. And that meeting day, we've been holding at the party office. The agenda for people that not for participate in this government, we can't for understand, say, there was no agenda for that discussion day. But after the meeting, we get for understand, say again, then begin call people and for go sign a form, say, for endorse, say, they not go participate in this government. But my family, they will not forget to. I be don't tell Unanaya say that decision, that press release, they get for bring Kuskas come inside APC. Because their MP they want go parliament. I be not they tell Una say politics now, na investment. Where they don't put them couple inside, they want go reap back them couple returns. So if they MP they now, where the MP say they don't put them couple, the leadership of the party say they not for participate in this government. How they go get them couple them back where they don't spend? We hear the mayor, now one video explanation is saying the Sidon, in particular Sidon. In the Sidon until, well, I don't know if now that language me understand though. The party say none of them not for participate. It not say make them go Sidon. Because it's like when you say go Sidon, then can tell anytime say grab. But nobody not for participate in this government. And when that happen, according to the PR system, by percentage, the person where they closer to you by percentage, if you decide not for go for be sworn in, for go take duty, now that person they get for take up your office. Is that what the APC want for his people? If I was a member of the APC, I would not subscribe to that. Well, further threats in there, according to informations and where we gather, that they say anybody participate, then go ban them from the party for life. Never for come back. Well, I don't know if all them decision, them statement they are, they not the new constitution, no. Because some of them decision, they need to forget a legal background, a legal backup. We don't talk and say, APC, if you got dissatisfied with the election, best practice, say, go court. Pursue the issue in a court. But they get a lot of argument from the social media, say, they are not going to court because they not trust the courts. But we get references of cases where the APC don't care go na that same court day, and they not win them cases then they. So why now the APC not trust the courts? Then go get for Telway. I hope say I go able to forget the Secretary General or somebody, an authority from the APC to tell we say, when I be not the win case na the court. Why now when I not trust the court? Well, Mr. Salon people, these are some of the technicalities where they happen within the APC. This back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They know they work with this government. And believe in me, now some people they not begin to understand the PR system. It goes surprise enough for no say, in a situation like this, then small party they will stand an opportunity for going to parliament. Because then small party they are the representative, the MP, then at them places, them now they can't second. Believe me, it goes surprising for see REFP in a parliament. It goes surprising for see UNPP in a parliament. Then small party them. Because if APC say they're not they go parliament, they're not interested. The party were interested and in the second, it go parliament. APC, is that what you want for your people? For me, I think they're not good for democracy. It's not the best practice. But until on a party, and when I get a newly elected executives, I hope say, when I go foster on our decisions. But my advice to the APC is this. One, APC need for reconcile itself. APC need for restructure the leadership of that party. APC for stand tall and call things by their name. If not, it will be very difficult for the APC. APC need for disassociate itself from certain individuals where they bring the party to disrepute, where they bring the party to disgrace, to disrespect. Mr. Alone people, well, as I've been saying, I'm not going to talk much today about the APC. I just throw light on its issues and activities where they happen at the APC. Well, let's turn the mic to the SLPP. When I say the SLPP, the leader then President Bio. We just don't complete an election. Correct? This election where we just don't end up with President Bio, then in second term now. Even though the opposition, they say they not consider President Bio as president because they not accept the result. Well, it's also another pressure. This is not to house rent to pay. This is not pressure from the opposition to the government. This is too much pressure on the people and the government from the side of the opposition. What's the way forward? Where are we heading for? Well, Well, me family, as we they say, too much pressure on the people everywhere. Salon, too much pressure on the people. There's serious pressure on the people. Where papa and mama fet na os, waiting they happen. Na starvation, I ain't go kill the picking them. Too much pressure go dey on the picking them. Now the opposition and the government of the day, there is serious challenges. The government of the day na the papa, the opposition na the mama. If then two people then they fighting, then say where two elephant fight na the grass they suffer. Where are we heading for? Waiting at the way forward. APC, do you like the people of Sierra Leone? Do you like your supporters? Do you like your politician? Waiting at the way forward. When I feel say the decision wanna take na the way forward, well, me family then the election has ended. The Electoral Commissioner chairman don't announce President Bio as the winner. And the people of Sierra Leone were looking up to President Bio for get a new cabinet. Now that we can't talk about. President Bio in new cabinet. President Bio, the request of this medium and the request of several other Sierra Leoneans, me, Mr. Tuboku Mexica, I would like to do a suggestion here. How your cabinet for look like? President Bio, this is my request and this is my proposition to you. Your cabinet for look like this: 60% home base, 40% diaspora. And I go tell you why I give you these two figures. You see, we got a lot of good people in the diaspora. And we get a lot of good people then back home, our home base. This time round, President Bio, will they make it categorically clear to you, say, this is not your cabinet, but this is the people's cabinet, Mr. President. I want make you take this into cognizance. Mr. President, I want make you take this very seriously. That this cabinet are the people in cabinet. So, Mr. President, do you have a family? Una sorry for the break in transmission. Mr. President, this not the people cabinet. This not to your cabinet. Your cabinet na you first year na office. And we all understand say your first year na office was a compensation. And you have compensated all those who in one way or the other supported you. Coming to power. Coming into governance. Fair enough. We agree with you. We bear the pain. The reason why I say we bear the pain because there were several people you gave an appointment to that they didn't perform. They not deliver. We understand the situation. That was a compensation. But this time around, Mr. President, they call on you on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone that this cabinet must be the cabinet of the people. Now the people's cabinet. The people's cabinet, the people's parliament, and the people's agency department. All your appointment, Mr. President, for be the interest of the people. Now, people that were ready for deliver to young people, Mr. President. This is your second term. This is your second term, which the Constitution has made provision for. And I am sure, Mr. President, that the term this way you for really prove to the people in a salon say you are the people's president. Mr. President, we dey encourage you now, not business as usual. Do ya, Mr. President? Your appointment and this trip for they in line with the people and where they put if for they in line with the position. Do you not take medical doctor go put her as Minister of Works? Do you not take an engineer go put her as a medical of health? Mr. President, not take somebody when I head of literature go put an at tourism. Do you, Mr. President, not take somebody when I linguist go put on a Ministry of Trade? Let the ministries get somebody who get an expertise in that ministry, Mr. President. When that happen, you go see the performance of that ministry. But Mr. President, if you take engineer, go put on the Ministry of Health. Now they the corruption the boku. Because that engineer not get no idea. And the people the way they go meet say, they get idea. Then go they just pass some pantapa, they see nothing, you don't understand nothing. So he or she will not be able to perform well. If you just go to sign paper, they don't know what to sign. So Mr. President, this time on the people's cabinets, do ya give ministers them where they relate to those ministries by profession, by practice. And Mr. President, we don't need adopt man them. Even we MP then say now that will be not the advocate for. But more particularly for we ministers them, we don't need people that when a poor man, they when a adopt man them. Because when they come inside, first thing when they do, Mr. President, now for enrich themselves. Then take 2 to 3 years for enrich themselves. That 2 years is gone. That 2 years now social politics now take the other election. So Mr. President, we need people that are ready for work for the people. We need ministers that are ready for deliver, perform. It's not for the people now, but it's for you. Tomorrow when they pass now my community, many people then clap for you. Mr. President, no good tomorrow they pass now certain community, then they shumupa you. It's not good. It's good for you to walk on foot in some communities where you got all left power. Left that legacy, Mr. President. We can confirm to you, say, most of you man, they not perform. And you know that. You know them all. And we know they expect, say, some of we they expect, say, Mr. President, if you allow give you percentage, only 20% of your ministers then perform. But 80% didn't. And Mr. President, do ya? Then compensated ministers and do ya made and give way. Allow those who are ready to deliver this nation to take offices. Or no one poor man there again. Or no one bigger them. We need people there where they're ready for deliver salon from all the troubles. Mr. President, you said don't see the challenges where bring you cancer the second term of your office. And how for prove to the international world, not to international community will become another international community in a month. How for prove to the international world, say, well, you are ready to work for your people, and these were your plans. Change the narrative, change the face of Salon. That everybody go admire, say, this is the Sierra Leone we were envisaging. Mr. President, this cabinet must be the cabinet of the people. And even with embassies themselves, Mr. President, for the past decades, we embassy they don't turn to cemetery. Because cemetery, you know, they hear noise day. Cemetery where good enough for go rest. All of we embassies them, Mr. President, they were cemetery for the past decades. Do ya want make you revive with embassies? Embassies then for able get live database of citizens in another country then they. Database of experts them. We not need for they bring other foreign national for can take up some consultancy jobs then if we get Sierra Leoneans them where they able perform at them functions and they. We get highly educated Sierra Leoneans abroad where we can entrust with certain consultancies. But I don't see a lot of consultancy job then they give into foreigners where we get Sierra Leoneans where we get the same kind of qualification and expertise. Why would they left out to your nationals? If you call that salon man, you pay and that money inside salon, inside salon back, you go spend that money and build infrastructures and benefit Sierra Leone. But that has to be the job of the ambassadors, the commissioners out there, the foreign offices. Then for able gets live database. Then for able gets database of Sierra Leoneans and then countries and they with their profiles and CVs. So at least when jobs, then kind consultancy, then they come up, it's easy for know who that for contact and who is available. But when ambassadors are not even aware of the nationals in another country, then that make me refer to we embassies them as cemetery. Our embassies are cemeteries because they are absolutely doing nothing. They are doing nothing. Now, free couple than they eat, Mr. President. I think it's high time we begin to activate and give life to we embassies. They are there to represent this country. They are there to represent the nationals in that country. They are there to promote investment for Sierra Leone. Mr. President, this second time, very short time, but you have a lot of work to be done. You know what you get for do this second time? They work the way you not been do you first time. Now they double for doing inside this second time. So it's no child's play. It's not business as usual. So you not get lazy. You don't need lazy people them as ministers. You don't need lazy people them for work with you. You need people that were ready for work. And I would suggest that every 3 months, therefore able come explain the achievements. Performance contract. 3 months. In 3 months, if you're not able to achieve A, B, C, D, Mr. President, let them give way. Because time is not in your favor, Mr. President. Time is not in your favor. Now go the time they go so. 2028 is not the far. So me, I go advise you you do a performance contract. Not to then previous performance contract where before say, I remember one where they said that they may give one minister of, I think a minister of water resources or whatsoever as the best minister. There was a minister where they said the best minister. They see them and me there early in the morning. Then they told water. Then they suffer for water in this city. Mr. President, you minister, they're not they perform. They're not they perform. But as I say, your cabinet supposed to be the people's cabinet. We all they begin to put CI pandemic minister there now. And we get for the give you update. Tell Papa God, thank you. Some of we who don't get direct contact with you. We'll get you direct line them all. So any minister will not perform. Believe me, we the report to the president. Mr. President, you are not alone in this. I go say you are not God to be omnipresent, meaning you are not everywhere at the same time. But with the people that where they are around you, where they watch for you, in one way or the other, I go say you are omnipresent. You might not be in Kintom, outside and they sell oil. Edsa, outside and they sell oil. But we might be there to give you that update. You not go na Black Hole Road. Outside them go the thief fuel. But we go there for give them updates then day. Mr. President, this is not the people's cabinet. And the people are ready to be reporting to you and giving you update of waiting they happen. Because now we then see that then compensation, the time of office will not be in the talk. But now, this one is the people's cabinet. We are ready to give you update. We are ready to give you our support. And be sure say, Salon, go make them. Well, me famble them. This, now Mr. Tubaku Mexica. We don't come to the end of this short publication today. And the two items that we actually handle. We handle of things and where they happen within inside APC. And we throw light on President Bio in cabinet. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to join the train. This na TBS online radio. And the program where you listen to na Team Up for Salon. A good governance program where they come to you time to time as they get the information them. Now so we go put them to owner. This is not a platform where they broadcast fake news. Because we sign up to the Media Code of Conduct and the Media Code of Practice. So, no hesitate. Any news you get on this platform, na news you can trust. Because we not to propaganda. We not to vuvuzela for any political party. We are non-political party platform or medium. This na an independent medium. So, Miss Salon people, we tell you plenty thank you for one patient with we and give you this news. Once again, don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe. So whenever we drop with submissions, you will get a copy of them. Alright? And not forget, me family, this na TBS online radio. Today na the 7th of July, 2023. Once again, me family, I tell una plenty thank you. And we go still continue for left una again with the news. With this sweet, lovely music.
Tell me, say, wait. Them can't ease off, make like the pressure now off of the people. So it's sure. Too much pressure on the people, that it's too much. Too much pressure on poor people, that it's too much. Lord. Too much pressure on poor people, that it's too much. Lord. Too much pressure on the people, that it's too much. Hear this now. Children to go to school, it's a lot of pressure. Pressure, pressure. Supermarket to go, it's another pressure. Pressure, pressure. Monthly rent to pay, it's a pressure. Pressure, pressure. Government and people to deal with it's a pressure. What I tell you, man? Too much pressure on the people, it's too much. And I hear me tell you, too much pressure on the people, it's too much.